Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be listening to 3 songs by the Kinks. I have done some other Kinks reactions on my channel, but I've never heard these 3, so we're going to do, the first one is called David Watts. I like that it's only 2.5 minutes. Love a good short song. Let's hear it.
Nice and smooth.
Champagne, and I have never met the Queen, and I wish I could have all he has got, and I wish I could be like David Watts. And when I lie on my pillow at night, I dream I could fight like David Watts, and lead the school team to victory, and take my exams and wish I could be like David Watts. Wish I could be like David Watts. Wish I could conduct my life like David Watts. I wish I could be like David Watts. Fa 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 fa. He is a head boy at the school. He is the captain of the team. He is so gay and fancy free, and I wish all his money belonged to me, and I wish I could be like David Watts. Fa 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 fa. And all the girls in the neighborhood try to go out with David Watts. They try their best but can't succeed, for he is a pure and noble breed. Wish I could be like, 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 wish I, wish I, wish I, wish I.
All right, I like it. I think it's catchy. I like the lyrics. I like the fa 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 be like. I like it. I think it's catchy. Way better than what I heard earlier today, so there's that. I was instantly in a much better mood after hearing that. So I rate it pretty good as a song. Yeah, I like the singing, the harmony. David Watts sounds like a cool fellow. Okay, the second song is Afternoon Tea, only 3.5 minutes, but so much longer. Okay.
Tea time won't be the same without Madonna. At night I lie awake and dream Madonna. I think about that small cafe. That's where we used to meet each day.
I'll give one critique so far is that the voice is in my right ear, and I think it's a little bit too bright. But the bass and the drums are kind of over here, but the voice is kind of isolated. Upper right headphone forward. It's a little bit right there. I'm like, okay, but it's good. But mix is...
And then we used to sit a while, drink our afternoon tea. I'll take afternoon tea, afternoon tea. If you take it with me, afternoon tea. You take as long as you like. I like you, girl. I take sugar with tea, afternoon tea. You take milk if you please, afternoon tea. Like
had to turn the whole thing down because that right vocal is so loud. But I like the backup vocals. Ba, 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 but the afternoon tea, harmony, response, call and response, I like that. Okay, going on.
They said the Donna walked away. You think at least she might have stayed to drink her afternoon tea. I'll take afternoon tea, afternoon tea. If you take it with me, afternoon tea. You take as long as you like, 'cause I like you, girl. Come along if you like, 'cause I like you, girl. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba.
Not as good as David Watts, but not a pretty good song compared to many songs in the world. It's solid. Backup harmony. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Woo. I like it. You know. Waterloo Sunset. Same album. Last one of the series.
30 old river, must you keep rolling, flowing into the night. People so busy, make me feel dizzy, taxi lights shine so bright. But I don't need no friend, as long as I gaze on Waterloo sunset, I am in paradise. Every day I look at the world from my window, but chilly, chilly is the evening time. Waterloo sunset time. Waterloo sunset time.
I like the harmony there.
Terry meets Julie, Waterloo Station, every Friday night. But I am so lazy, don't want to wander, I stay at home at night. But I don't feel afraid, as long as I gaze on Waterloo sunset, I am in paradise. Every day I look at the world from my window, but chilly, chilly is the evening time. Waterloo sunset's fine. Waterloo sunset's fine. Millions of Waterloo underground. But Terry and Julie cross over the river where they feel safe and sound. And they don't need no friends as long as they gaze on Waterloo sunset. They are in paradise.
Yeah. Okay, I loved it. I loved it so much. Waterloo sunset. Da na 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 na. Multiple harp harmony. It's good. Do 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 ba da 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 da. And look what I just edited. Well, okay, so I was changing my prices. One, I think I'm gonna like delete the whole. I think I'm gonna accept Zappa again. By the way, I'm deleting Zappa from this. We're just gonna go with Ren for now. Maybe I'll even delete that eventually, but I'll delete my Zappa ban for now. I have to delete that from both. Yeah. Okay. So Zappa is no longer banned. Okay, but I said I changed it that like $55 is only 12 to 16 minutes. It's going to be ambiguous between 16 and 20. I'm just not going to say anything. And then I'm like 100 for anything 20 to 45 minutes. I said over 45 minutes, good luck. So that's what I'm changing. I don't even have 45 minutes. I never even have like a 45-minute block to do anything. So that's why I'm like, Anyway, so those 3 Kinks songs were really good. Everyone's amazing. Really great. That was a very generous tipper. He gave me $30 per song, so I got $90 for 3 Kinks songs. Yes, I'm happy about that. I'm like, yes. And they were really pleasant. I feel like invigorated. Like I feel so good. I feel so amazing. They're amazing. I mean, the Kinks are revolutionary. I think that I don't know how it is that I was like so raised by the Beatles, but I never heard about the Kinks because like the Kinks are really amazing in their own way. Very, similar but different than the Beatles. There's some similarities between them. Like I can't say that they're not similar at all. There's similarities, but the Kinks have kind of a more authentic vibe, I feel like. Whereas every Beatles album, as I spoke about in a different video, there's that George Martin guy, he was like pretty good at mixing these perfect albums. The Kinks albums are a little raw, like a little more raw, like a little more real. And I like that. I mean, I think that's real. But the songwriting aspect of it, I think it has a bit of traditionality to it. You can almost hear kind of 1950s rock influence on it, but with more of a 60s in vibe. But there's like having backup singers, multiple part harmony, having having oohs under stuff. That's kind of like big band, a little bit like 50s rock, whatever. So yeah, I think it was it's a cool genre that's pushes the envelope a little bit, but sticks to a lot of traditional elements. So it's like I know that their content, like some of their subject matter was so controversial it got banned, but the actual way they structured their songs is very traditional. So I think it's a nice combination of let's push it a little bit with like our subject matter, but we will keep kind of traditional elements of kind of rock, ballad rock, and it has that nice British sound, British invasion, if you will. But apparently apparently the Kinks were Londoners, so I guess very sophisticated versus like Liverpool people or whatever. Or as people like to tell me, Ren is from Bristol. I'm always like, oh, is it the street of London? They're like, not every British city is London. I go, oh, really? They're like, it's Bristol. I'm like, well, okay. Then they're like, but he's Welsh. I'm like, but Bristol's not in Wales. And then I'm like, well, does Ren speak Welsh? And they're like, well, he can like speak conversational Welsh, but he doesn't know Welsh. I'm like, what? What are you guys talking about? So it gets really confusing. So the Kinks were banned from the US from 1965 to 1965 compared to the other British invasion because they'd fight each other. You mean they'd fight themselves? Um, okay. Beatles, Stone, and The Who dominated. Oh, yes, the Beatles, the Stones. I know about those bands. There's this band called the Rolling Stones, and I found out that they're from the UK as well. British, to be specific. They're not from Wales. They're not Scottish. They're not from Northern Ireland. They're British. Though Britain, wait, there's England, and then there's Britain. Britain is the island that encompasses Wales, Scotland, and England. So I even believe that they're English, okay? Like to put it, just to lay it down. They are English. Honestly, anyone who speaks English should be called English. Like Americans who speak English, if you could argue that we even speak English, should be called English. We're Anglos. I think anyone who speaks English is English, right? So yes, I think in Scotland, they also speak English now. I mean, they speak Scottish maybe still. I don't know. I know in Wales, they speak Welsh, and my university is half in Welsh. So that means at my Welsh graduation, they're going to have everything in Welsh and then English. So I'm going to be like, what are they even saying? To me, Welsh is one of the funniest looking languages. Oh, someone in the chat just said, I'm Welsh and I didn't realize it's a different language. Oh, you should listen to some Welsh. Welsh is an interesting language to hear. I think it's older than, have you ever read like Beowulf, which is like really old English, pre-Shakespearean English even, okay? So Shakespearean you can understand because it's after English kind of shifted, but really, really, really old English. And remember, English had Germanic influence. Okay, so there was a point when English got a lot of German grammar and German, but we also got a bunch of French grammar and influence. But prior to the French and Germanic influences on English, it was a completely different language. So when I listen to Welsh, I'm like, wow, that's kind of what probably old English was like. And it's completely, you cannot understand a single thing they say. It has nothing to do with English. It's like this weird tribal language, island language. So anyway, I like the Kinks a lot. I think they're great. They have a cool vibe to them. And look, remember how I hated the blues, right? So who's the king of the blues in England? It's the Stones, right? The Stones were like, let's put blues into our music. And then the Beatles were like, let's put some blues into our music. And then Ringo was like, let's put country into our music. And Ringo was like, wait, can we have a country track on this album, please? Like, can I just have a country track, please? So he'd always like do his little like country western songs. Even Octopus's Garden is kind of like that. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. We would be warm below the storm. Our little hideaway beneath the waves. Ooh, under your seabed. We're doing, we're happy and we're happy and we're dun 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 dun. That had to be McCartney influenced. Dun, that part. Get all with your friends to see an octopus's garden with me. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Okay, so anyway, my point being, I like that the Kinks are not blues influenced at all. A lot. Because you know how I feel about the blues. Even though I'm playing the blues with my dead band and I was kind of getting into it. I turned on my B3 organ patch and I was just like ripping on Big River. It's like, oh, out there weeping willow, had to cry. It's like, and I was like pumping my organ pedal while standing, which you really shouldn't be doing. I should be sitting, but I don't want to sit because I want to be the star, okay? I want everybody to see me. I don't want to be blocked by a keyboard. Anyway, I'm like pumping my organ pedal, ripping it on my Nord Electro 6. And I'm like, okay, the blues aren't so bad. But I like the Kinks because they sound kind of like old rock, but with like modern ideas. Okay. All right. That was amazing. I'm just going to again sing the praises of Richard H., who gave me such a generous tip that I love him. He's my favorite. I will from now on prioritize that. And he's amazing. Like, what can I say? Richard H., he reminds me of Richard III, the Shakespeare story. Richard III was probably my favorite Shakespearean story I read in high school. It's pretty good. I mean, I read Othello as well, but like Richard III is like a really good play. Okay. Othello is pretty good too. I'm not a really big Macbeth person, and I'm not a big Hamlet person. I think Hamlet and Macbeth are like overrated. I think Hamlet's really overrated, and I think Macbeth is like mildly overrated. But I think it's all about Othello and Richard III, man. Like, seriously, so good. I mean, Romeo and Juliet's also the GOAT, like straight up, like just star-crossed lovers. Montagues and Capulets, like, yes. And my favorite part is in Shakespeare in Love. I just watched that movie like during COVID because I was too young to really pay attention to it when it first came out. I was like a child. So I watched it during COVID and I was like, one, Ben Affleck's in this movie and he's so good. He's so good. Ben Affleck plays like Tybalt or something, but Shakespeare tells him like, oh, the play's called like Tybalt and Friends or something. So he like basically lies to the Ben Affleck character to tell him that the play is about him. And then some people think I look like Gwyneth Paltrow. A baby once even thought that. Like, so people have told me I look like Gwyneth Paltrow. But then my friend's little toddler once, she said like there was like a fashion magazine at her house and it had Gwyneth Paltrow on it. And the baby was like, Erica. Like he pointed to Gwyneth Paltrow and was like, Erica. So apparently if a baby thinks I look like Gwyneth Paltrow, then, you know, I think there's some similarities there. But Gwyneth Paltrow's in that film and she's so good. She cross-dresses to play Romeo, I think. It's like a really complicated thing. And then she gets, I don't know, in the end, I forget what happens. But the point is my favorite part of that movie is literally like Ben Affleck coming out and being like, I'm part of a professional actor troupe. And he's like so over the top. It's so funny. And I was like, wow, I did not watch this movie in the 90s. So it was a really fun, it's a really, really fun movie. So I love Shakespeare in Love was like amazing. Anyway, that was the Kinks. Thanks to Richard H., the best of the best. Honestly, you know, some of you guys, you leave an impression on me. So, you know, you don't want to be known as like the cheap guy. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what I think people think like, oh, it's a good deal. But then if you think about it in the reverse, I'm like, wait a minute. How is it fair that you're paying only like a quarter of what everyone else is paying and then you just keep doing it? I'm like, that's kind of like, isn't that kind of unfair to them? You know what I mean? Like, it's not even in the ballpark. Like 25 versus 30, I don't really care, okay? I'm like, oh, 25, 30, whatever. It's the same. You know, with inflation, what's the difference? But like $10 repeatedly when everyone's giving like 25 to 35, I'm kind of like, don't you feel bad about being like the cheap guy? Like, oh, it's a good deal. I'm getting Erica's time at a value. Trust me, if that keeps happening, I'm going to be being like, this is what you get for a $10 reaction. I like look at the song title and I go, I hate it. Thank you. Bye. I'm just kidding. I like look at the album cover and I go, yeah, it looks like a pretty album cover. That was interesting. Thank you. I'm just kidding. But like, it's just funny. So yeah, it's just like Richard the H is like, wow. Speaking of good tippers, we got to get to the babies. Cause like, I have like so much babies to do. Cause the babies, we're on like a babies. The babies are like, it's almost going to get to it's not Zappian yet. Where like I had like 30 Zappa reactions or something. We're only at like 5 babies reactions. But we're going to get more. We have like 5 babies on the queues. They're fun, though. They're really nice. And then that guy, John Waite, he was in that Bad English group. And he's actually pretty good. He just shouldn't have been a redhead. So Erica is the most Erica of all the Ericas. That's true. An Erica in America. She's the best of the Ericas. It was the best of Ericas. It was the worst of Ericas. You know, Charles Dickens. It was a very good time. So yeah, no, we have some Elton John. We have some Jeff Beck. We have the guy who's tipping 0, but he really wants me to listen to these groups. And I'm like, I can't. Like, I understand you can't afford it, but maybe there'll be a reactor who's up and coming who can take free requests. You know what I mean? That's how I started. I did a lot of free requests in the beginning because that's what you have to do. And then you get to a point where you're like, okay, I can sometimes do a free request, but I can't always do it. So anyway, great. So this was the Kinks. You guys are gonna be like, Erica's crazy. If you just watch this, you click on, I want to watch a Kinks reaction to 3 songs. And then you're like, who is this girl? It's like, well, that's the whole entertainment of it. It's not just about me reacting. It's about my personality. It's so interesting. All right. More Kinks will probably come down the line because they wrote a lot of songs and they're pretty good. So, all right. I'll see the Kinks people soon. Please subscribe.